Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso at thewatchbox.com. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see here on our channel. It's in the description below. Reach out to tmosso at thewatchbox.com. Today, we are discussing a 500-piece King Gold 2019 model year limited edition, the first truly beautiful Hublot chronograph. This is the Hublot Classic Fusion Ferrari GT, part of the 2011 to present collaboration between Hublot and Ferrari. This is a watch of rare grace. Though 45 millimeters in diameter, it doesn't wear that way. 13.5 millimeters thick suggests it's also pretty thin for an Hublot chrono. The timepiece is 54 millimeters from lug to lug, but you can see the shape of the lug. It arcs down and around the edge of the wrist. So you can see on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, the watch actually wears pretty well. It's low enough to fit underneath a dress cuff, which is unexpected and unaccustomed if you are familiar with Hublot products. You can see that although it is broad across my wrist, the shape of the lugs wrapping around the edge of my wrist means I can recommend this 45 millimeter watch for a wrist as small as 14.5 centimeters circumference. It is hefty in King red gold, as Hublot calls it. King gold has a lot of copper, so it's redder than rose gold. It's hefty again, but it doesn't feel huge, which is rare for an Hublot watch. Huge is generally the look and the feel, not here. You've got a wonderful quality of leather, Chidoni leather and rubber, and the combination of leather and rubber is an Hublot signature, as the rubber strap on the gold case harks back to the original MDM Genève Hublot watch of 1980. We also have a hybrid titanium and gold clasp. Note that there's an Hublot H inside and a minderless system whereby you simply stuff the excess strap into the clasp, and underneath it buckles and then maintains a clean profile with no extra length visible externally, and I call it minderless because there are no strap minder loops to keep track of the excess length. You'll also appreciate that the trigger system is twin trigger, so you must press both to pop it open. This is a large and heavy and expensive watch, and a twin trigger system is much appreciated. Note the finishing. It's media blasted and remarkably soft. It glows without shining, and that's what I like about the use of the red gold here. Normally a large watch in red gold is going to be over the top, and I would even say generally in poor taste. Not so here. The soft beaming gleam of light off the media blasted surfaces is upscale. It is luxurious. It's even sophisticated and surprisingly adult for an Hublot watch. Now you can see the contouring of the profile, much like the contouring of a Ferrari body or the contouring of an F1 Ferrari over its exhaust stack assemblies. You can see that there is a crown and there are two different pushers, one to start and stop, and then it is a flyback chronograph, so you can restart and reset with a single press. The crown itself, which features the traditional Ferrari cavallino, the prancing horse, it is a 1/4 turn lock and unlock, so you can very rapidly lock and unlock it, and it's 100 meters water resistant, so this is a wonderfully sophisticated refinement. The crown is highly water resistant and at the same time easy to use. Taking a quick look at the case, you can see that there is actually some daylight between the case outboard and the case inboard. The inner case has a cap of gold on each side, but the middle case is titanium. That contains the movement. Now you can see probably to best advantage from this angle that the watch has a sort of external chassis or exoskeleton that holds that center case with the dial and the movement. So the outside is gold, the case back and the bezel gold, and then the mid case inboard titanium. Taking a quick look at the dial, it is open as Hublot is wont to do, but it is not difficult to read. At a glance, I can tell the time. I also like the fact that Hublot uses a 60-minute chronograph register rather than a 30-minute register. This is just more practical. And if you look carefully, you can see there's a date inset. The watch does feature a quick set for the date, so you can rapidly cycle should you need to change the date, and the watch also includes a hacking or stop seconds function. The timepiece features applique hours radially arrayed with applique indices. You can see they're in black, so they're a little tougher to see at first glance. There's a Rayhaut or inner sloped chaptering that spans the bezel down to a second sapphire on which the numerals are located. You'll also appreciate the use of a rose gold prancing horse over the movement. You can see the HUB 1281 movement on the dial side. I'm actually going to get the hour hand out of the way here, because part of the fun of the Unico caliber is that all of the chronograph components that are fun to watch are on the dial side. There's the column wheel, and then there's the lateral clutch, and you can see As I operate the column wheel, the clutch moves into and out of contact with the center driving wheel. So the column wheel and the clutch are both on the dial side. The Unico is like a movement built from the inside out. You have two rose gold skeletonized tracks, one for minute, one for constant seconds. Turn it all over and you can see the caliber HUB 1281. 43 joules, automatic winding, 3-day power reserve. It features a silicone unlubricated escapement that reduces friction and also improves performance in between servicings. It is a column wheel lateral clutch chrono. It beats away at 28,800 vibrations per hour. It has full 5-position adjustment, and of course it is a flyback standard from the factory. It also has a cool grayed out techno-industrial look designed to be evocative of a Ferrari engine compartment. This is truly the first beautiful Hublot Unico, and one of the first beautiful Hublot products of the BVR and post-BVR LVMH era. The original Hublot watches were neither huge nor bombastic, and as much as this is a watch that looks to the future of the brand, I can't help but feel it's also revived some of the best elements of the originals. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details. And we're back with the Classic Fusion Ferrari GT.